Hi, it's Justin from Serra Acura and all things Acura, and we just got in the 2023 Acura Integra in the regular A-Spec package. And so this is the first time we've had a chance to take a look at the Integra without the technology package and see what it's all about. So let's take a quick look at this car. You've probably already seen a lot of reviews on the regular Integra with the A-Spec and package, A-Spec and technology package, I'm sorry. You've probably already seen a lot of reviews because that's the car that came out first. But this is the first time I got a good look at the regular Integra to see what it's all about. The unique thing, and from the outside of this car, it's actually, well, it's actually identical to the A-Spec Integra with the technology package. So there is, from the outside, the A-Spec package looks the same whether it has the technology or without the technology. So you're not going to really notice any difference on this vehicle other than a couple little minor things which you're not going to really be able to see just from the video, but the outside is going to be all the same. So if we as we walk around the car, you can see it's all the same as what is on the with the technology package and the A-Spec package. And as you may already know, the technology package only comes in the A-Spec version. So really the only difference is going to be here in the back. And if my camera cooperates, it's not going to have the parking sensors, because that's really the only exterior feature that you're going to see different about this car than the one with the technology package. So what are you losing, I guess is what you say, from what you've already watched and what you've already seen. So let's go ahead and hop inside, because this is really going to tell the story. Still same keyless access as the other one, but as we hop in, here's where the differences will start, because it really is all about the equipment. First thing, right on the door, you can see right up here, just a blank, no memory seats. So that's part of that technology package that you get with the A-Spec on that upper trim, and so there's no memory seating there. Also, we go from a 12-way power-way seat to just an 8-way power seat. And I will say that after sitting in this one, that the seats are still extremely comfortable, but you do lose lumbar support. So that's part of that 12-way versus 8-way power, is you're losing the ability. There's no adjustment there, or manual adjustments for that matter, on this package. Still a very comfortable seat, so don't get me wrong, try it before you completely poo-poo that. It is a very comfortable seat. I will say they consider it to be a perk from the technology package. You get the suede inserts. I gotta say, I almost kind of like the all leather look, and I know this is a pleather, not a leather, but I do like it a little bit better than I do with the technology package, giving you that suede insert, at least from an appearance standpoint. Actually, from the feel of it, it actually feels really nice, and it has a nice look to it. So let's hop in and see what other differences there are with this one versus the one with the technology package. So first thing, gonna go straight to it, is the screen. So the other one has a touchscreen. They both come with a touchscreen. This one has, as you can see, has these two knobs on it, so that's a little different than what it is before. But the real difference comes in the display size. So the other one, the screen it's a, and I'll get the exact measurements and I'll put them up here in the video for you. It's a larger display. I believe it's 9 inches, and this one's 7 inches. So the display size, now this screen looks almost the same size as the other one. Also, this one has just this regular radio as the display, or if you hook your phone, you can use your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It still is a touch screen, which is nice, but as you can tell, it's a lot smaller. No other real apps or anything on here. It is just phone, radio, media for your device, or obviously your connection for your phone. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, but it is not wireless, so you do have to plug it in down here, connect that, unlike the technology package, which includes that wireless. Also has this knob here, which the other one does not have, to tune your radio stations. Now, sometimes we don't know what we don't know, and what we learned is not only does this not have the upgraded audio system, like the ELS system that you get on the regular Integra, but it also does not have the XM radio. So, does say that in the information that you get XM radio in the technology package, but it doesn't say that you don't get it in the regular one. So, kind of surprised to learn that it does not have XM radio. Again, I don't know that's a deal breaker. A lot of people are going to connect their phone. They're going to listen to Spotify and their music and whatever they have on their phone. Or you can, if you really love XM, you can have XM streamed to your phone. So I don't know that it's a complete deal breaker, but it was kind of surprised to learn that. So keep that in mind. The other thing, obviously the display is smaller, so your backup camera displays smaller in the screen, because again, 7 inches versus that 9, it's a smaller view there. Still has the blind spot indicators and cross traffic, so that's nice that they kept those safety features there. Now, someone really short was sitting in here, so I'm going to need to move this. As we move over here, gauges are almost identical. I don't really notice any difference as far as the gauges in the layout there. And I'm going to go ahead and shut the door here so I can get a good view, or a better view, of the gauges here for you. So all that information up there is really the same as what it is on the technology package. Really, the layout's the same. As you can see on the left in the dial there, my radio is scrolling across there as far as what station and information I have displayed. Also probably work in conjunction with your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Still has really the same information as we scroll through on the right hand side, as far as information it provides. Still has their safety features, your tire pressure monitoring system. So all the gauges and everything are the same. I like that. I really like that you're not losing anything as far as that goes. And the steering wheel, all the controls on the steering wheel for your audio controls and your phone, and for the adaptive cruise control, lane keep system, all that's really similar. Steering wheel looks almost identical. Again, with the A spec you get the red stitching, and I keep moving the camera, but you get the red stitching along there. So all that looks very similar to the technology package. I don't see that you're losing anything there, and I apologize, I am the seat's really far up, so I'll move that back a little bit. So you're not losing a whole lot there. As we move to the middle, still have a auto climate control and your heated seats. So all that looks almost identical. The only difference is this is not a dual climate control. So on the technology package, you'd have a driver temperature setting and a passenger. Now this turns into your mode selector for where the air blows, versus the driver and passenger, which looks the same setup. You just have a single versus a dual climate control. So everything looks the same there. As I go down here, your drive modes are the button down here for the drive modes. Everything's very similar there. I think the only difference you have here is there's no individual mode. So you still have your 3 drive modes. And the only other thing that's a little different is when I change the drive modes here, as you can see, I can adjust through them, and it changes the gauges. So that all works very similar to what it did before. The only difference is that does not display up on the screen. So keep that in mind. That's where it has the cool graphics that you see on the screen. When I change drive modes, it doesn't do anything. And that's kind of what you get as part of that technology package. So again, this transmission is the CVT. You cannot get the manual transmission in the regular A-Spec trim or the regular Integra trim, which I guess there isn't really a name for that, but the regular Integra trim. Going around the car, everything else is very similar. On the passenger side, we do lose no power seats. So we just have a manual seat adjustment on both the side and the back. For the passenger, we lose the four-way power seat that normally comes over on that side. Really, that's kind of the gist of it. You do lose, or you're not losing anything as far as the safety features. The only thing we're going to lose is the low-speed follow on the adaptive cruise and the rear avoidance braking. I could just draw a blank what those two features were. So you're not really losing a lot as far as safety. Everything else is still very similar. And we're not going to get the heads-up display. Again, that's part of that technology package, which those kind of things you'd almost expect for moving up in a package. But I wanted to kind of give you a little look at the regular Integra interior, what it's going to look like. So this is going to be very similar to what you're going to find in the regular Integra, like I said, other than obviously this one is the A-Spec, so we are still getting the same trim, same kind of accents, that polished metal accents. So hopefully that helped give you a better idea of what this is gonna or looks like. This is the first time we've had one, so I have not had a chance to even look at one, kind of get a feel for it, what they're all about. I did take it for a drive. I will say I do like the suspension on this model. Not to say that the adaptive dampers aren't good, they're actually really nice. But as far as a setting, as a regular setting, these actually, it drives really nice. I was worried about how it would feel. I was worried about the firmness of the ride, but it actually is a really nice ride. I think it's a great balance. So, but you need to drive one for yourself to see what it's all about. Again, I wanted to give you a quick look at the car because this is the first one we've had that, again, has not had the technology package that we could show you some of the differences. Still have not received a regular Integra, a non-A-Spec Integra. So as soon as one of those, we do get our hands on one of those, we'll show you what that's all about so you can get an idea if, hey, do I want to spend the money on that A-Spec? Again, A-Spec's primarily an appearance package. Really the only thing you're gaining as far as equipment on the A-Spec package is really, I think the fog lights are really, and I don't know if that's necessarily equipment, I guess it is equipment, but the fog lights are the only functional thing. Everything else is appearance that you're gaining above and beyond what a regular Integra would be. Oh, and the wheel size, because you go from a 17 to an 18-inch wheel, good, bad, otherwise, give it a cool look. Everything else is appearance versus what's functional. So again, Justin from Serra Acura. Hopefully this helped you get a little bit better idea of what comes in the Integra A-Spec without the technology package. We'll see you again on the next video. Talk to you soon.